What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today we have some breaking news that just dropped a few minutes ago. Dana White has announced that Islam Makhachev will be vacating his lightweight belt and moving up to welterweight to fight Jack Della Maddalena. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. So where does that leave the lightweight division, you might be wondering? Ilia Topuria will fight Charles Oliveira for the vacant 155-pound belt.
Current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev is going to move up to the welterweight division to face Jack Della Maddalena. What do we all love about Islam? If he had moved up to fight Bilal, he was a 5-1 favorite. Moving up to fight Jack, the odds makers have this fight at even. This guy is a beast. Islam is the best. Jack, obviously, coming off fight of the night performance, beating Bilal, winning the title. He didn't take any major damage in that fight, so he's accepted the fight. I'll let you guys know when I pick a time and date, but this fight is definitely happening. UFC 317 International Fight Week, June 28th. You all know Ilia Topuria, undefeated, 16-0, vacated his featherweight title. And now he's moving up to lightweight, and he will face former lightweight champion and number 2 ranked Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title. Yes, vacant. Yes.
Here is your official card on screen. Here are some reactions to the news, with Ilia Topuria saying on June 28th, another dream will come true. I will be champion of the lightweight division. Charles, my apologies in advance. I'm just fighting for my dreams. It is unfortunate that Makhachev ran away. 17-0. Ariel Helwani also reacted to all the fights being announced.
I told you this a million times. It was never going to be an interim. There was no way in hell that someone as smart and as shrewd as Ilia Topuria was going to vacate his title to fight for an interim. It was always going to be Ilia versus Islam for the undisputed belt, or if Bilal lost, it was going to be Ilia versus Charles for the vacant title. Bilal lost, and thus it all played out as we have been telling you it was going to play out for the last several months, or at least the last couple months.
Sportsnet reacted to the fight on social media, sharing their thoughts on the matchup and the major shakeup in the lightweight division.
I think the loss that we have here is that we're not going to get to see Ilia versus Islam yet. And that's a fight that I thought was, I guess, matchup-wise, the most exciting fight that the UFC could put together and all. But I think in terms of skill for skill, two guys that are in their prime or close to their prime in Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, 2 pound-for-pound guys. So we end up losing that one. Hopefully that comes together sometime down the line. But in the meantime, I think that there's, like a lot of politics involved, right? Because Ilia says, hey, I want to move up to become a 2-division champion. They probably offer the fight to Islam, and Islam says, hey, pump the brakes here. I've been asking to move to welterweight for a while to become a 2-division champion. I've got more title defenses than this guy. He only defended the title once. I'm the number 1 pound-for-pound guy. Shouldn't I have that luxury before he does?
I have another favor to ask. Can you help us reach 200,000 subscribers on the MMA Zone by subscribing and turning on notifications for daily MMA news? We rarely miss a day. Shout out to both Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev for moving up and vacating their respective UFC championships. I really wanted to see the two of them fight each other, and hopefully that happens somewhere down the road, but at least they are not holding up the 145 and 155 divisions. Respect. It is great to see the title mess at heavyweight being avoided elsewhere. Islam gets his shot at 170 and 155 moves on. Topuria versus Charles Oliveira is a blockbuster, and it crowns a new undisputed king. What a fight. Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 317. Respect to Islam for not holding up the division. Some fans want Charles to shock the world again but feel it will be hard for him to win. Others are questioning why Arman Tsarukyan is not fighting for the vacant belt as the number 1 contender. There is disappointment that we may never see Topuria versus Islam, but most agree it will be a fun fight. Some fans believe the fight everyone wanted was Topuria versus Islam. Others are calling for consistency from Dana White when it comes to champions vacating belts, and point to the heavyweight situation with John Jones and Tom Aspinall that asks for Islam vacating and moving up to fight Jack Della Maddalena. Many fans are divided. Some question why he would give up the belt if the goal was to become a double champion. Others believe the move makes sense given the weight cut and think he can capture the welterweight title. There are also fans who feel this is all part of the marketing to build bigger fights. With the news, Dana also revealed that Khamzat Chimaev will fight Dricus du Plessis at UFC 319 in Chicago.
We're returning to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, August 16th for the first time in 6 years. In the main event, the middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis, will defend his belt against Khamzat Chimaev. Dricus' last 4 wins have come over former champs Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and Robert Whittaker. He hasn't lost in 7 years. 20 of his 23 wins have come by finish, and now he faces the undefeated 16-0 Khamzat Chimaev. This is a bad fight, and the fight you've all been waiting for. UFC 319 is back at the United Center in Chicago on August 16th, and stay tuned for more information.
With the fight now officially announced, who do you think wins this matchup? Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis has the MMA community buzzing. Some fans are frustrated, saying that is nearly an 11-month gap for Chimaev and feel like his prime is being wasted. Others believe this is going to be an all-out war and do not expect a quick fight between these two. That there is a lot of excitement as well, with many calling it one of the most anticipated fights that realistically had a chance of being made. Some are praising Dana White for putting together a massive card and saying the UFC is officially back. When it comes to predictions, opinions are split. Some believe if Chimaev gets an early takedown, he could secure a submission inside 2 rounds and that the judges will not be needed. Others think du Plessis survives the early storm and takes over in rounds 3 or 4, possibly winning by TKO once Chimaev slows down. There are also the usual concerns from fans wondering whether everything goes smoothly leading up to fight night. And no matter which side you are on, most people agree this is must-watch MMA.